Go ahead and make a beep sound. Okay, so this is Rumi, who
Okay.
he's a pilot. So,
Tell me.
uh, Rumi, where did you study and what courses did you take?
Hello.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
So where did you study and what courses did you take?
I've done my BSc in science, and I have done my flying from flight school in Daytona Beach, Florida. It's Phoenix College of Aeronautics, and I got my CPL from there.
Okay.
Thereafter, I instructed for a short time over there and built up a bit of hours.
Okay. So what motivated you to be a pilot?
What else would you like to know?
So what motivated you to be a pilot?
Sorry?
Um, what motivated you to be a pilot?
Well, you do uh, something that makes you happy and that pays you, and that
Yeah.
way it's not a job. It's more like a hobby. But now it's with the way aviation has become now, it's certainly a job. You have to keep abreast with a lot of technical things on a continuous basis, and it's very different from the flying when I started. I started my flying in '91, so it's been almost 29 years,
Hmm.
and it's very different from what it is
Yeah.
in
So
those
which
days.
yeah.
It's very tech savvy or tech oriented, and it's just not, you're not flying an airplane anymore. You're flying a machine, basically, in
Hmm.
which it's got limitations and it tells you when you are exceeding anything and that kind of stuff, which is very different from going into a piston airplane where you actually fly it. That's about it.
Yeah.
How old are you,
I
Johan?
am 14. 14.
Hello?
I'm 14 years old.
Sorry? 14. What do you want to know?
Yeah. So which organizations have you worked for?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I started working for a charter company in US for 2 years, and after that, I came back to India in '94. I got my first job in '95 for 4 years flying a corporate jet for RP Goenka, and thereafter I worked for 20 years in Jet Airways. And after Jet Airways shut down, I worked for a year in Go Air. That's the three companies I've worked for in India.
Okay. So how do you use technology and how do you think technology has impacted flying?
I just heard the first part of your question where you said, how do I use technology? And what was the
Yeah.
continuation to that?
Would you think technology is like, does it take the fun out of flying by yourself?
Well, like I told you earlier on when I was talking to
Yeah.
you, that it's very different now.
Yeah.
It's very rules oriented. The thing is that the traffic has grown so much that, and because it's the safest mode of transportation, the government of India loves to put in a lot of rules, and so does
Mm.
all the other world governments, maybe a little more over here, but it's pretty much all over where you have to follow a lot of rules to maintain your currency, to maintain your license. And
Yeah.
also, when you're flying, it's no longer a question of just going from A to B. There is a lot of things that you have to do to make it work. And all that is what has changed. It's no longer the aviation of the 80s or the 90s, wherein you had very simple, basic things on your airplane and you went from A to B. Sometimes even looking at celestial navigation. It's completely changed now.
Mm.
You are very accurate, even when you go over the oceans to roughly like 5 feet or 10 feet, which is extremely high considering the size of the Earth.
Yeah.
So that's what's
So
changed.
what skills should someone acquire to succeed in being a pilot?
Basically, it's a skill-oriented job. So, uh, when it's a skill-oriented job, you have to have basic have the aptitude. You have to be a little bit, if you're not a daredevil at all, I would say be somebody who can overcome your fear for sure. Because there'll be lots of instances in weather or bad days and things go wrong in an airplane or anything like that, wherein you will have to sort of have faith in yourself and your ability and your thought process. So you don't have to be anything like uh, God or anything like that, but you have to be somebody who can be analytical, figure out what is the best course of action for you, and then take that course of action. With experience, you get better at it, like with experience, how you get better at anything,
Hmm.
and you move on in
Okay.
life.
So what unique guidance do you have for those who are
Anything
looking
else?
for a, yeah. So what unique guidance do you have for those who are looking for a similar career?
The guidance I can give you is be very sure that you want to do this because something goes wrong with you medically or anything like that, you're just out of a job. And there are lots of other options available now which weren't there before, like with robotics or
Hmm.
programming was always there, but it's now gone to a different level. So all those kind of options uh, should also be considered before you consider this. And if you do decide to become a pilot, your dad will have to come up with a lot of money to get you into the job now. I never
Yeah.
paid for something called a type endorsement. Each airplane you fly requires you to be type endorsed on that. And on average, for a captain, the company spends about 30 lakhs. And they charge the first officer also around 30 lakhs to train you on the airplane, like a 320 or a 737 or whatever it is that you will be flying.
Yeah.
So the expenditure is very heavy in aviation currently. It wasn't the case before. My dad paid for my CPL, and after that, whatever job I got, the companies paid for the training. So
Okay.
in your case, that won't be the case. So it's very financially heavy. You have to
Hmm.
require
Okay.
that to be that
Thank.
endorsed, and that's a
Yeah.
lot of money. So and then with COVID-19 and all that, the jobs are no longer so easily available. So that's another thing. So
Okay.
what is good for you
Yeah.
in that respect? If if you're thinking that the uniform looks cool and that's why I want to become, then consider that there are other options and just buy the uniform and walk around with it.
Yeah.
But
Okay. Thank you. Thank you,
if
Rumi.
you
Thank
actually
you.
want to fly, all
Thank
right.
you for your help. See you later. Bye bye.
Okay.